WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out. W.O.N. Sports proudly presents the 2019 World Series Game 2 between the New York White Sox and the Metropolis Expos, with the White Sox leading the series 1-0. It was a come-from-behind win for the Sox. They did it, obviously, with their power, their offensive prowess, and the bullpen did a magnificent job holding off the Expos by a final score of 17-10. And the Sox are coming onto the field here this evening, and they'll have their ace on the mound. Let's take a look at the Expos starting lineup. And it begins like this. 1 through 9, starting with Carew, Yount, Brett, Stargell, Guerrero, Dawson, Carter, Taylor, and Stevenson. And on the mound for the New York White Sox tonight in this World Series contest is Nolan Ryan. So far in the postseason, he's 1-1. This is his third start. He pitched in 2 games so far in the postseason. His ERA is a little bit up there at 8.31. 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, his whip at 1.38, 8 hits surrendered, and 8.2 innings pitched. So he'll try to hold off this vaunted Expos lineup. And let's take a look at the Sox defense presented by Majestic Athletics. You know the routine, you know the deal. In the outfield, you have Griffey, Jackson, and Henderson. The infield's Larkin, Boggs, and Alomar and Mattingly. And catching the balls and strikes this evening is Mike Piazza. So another sold-out crowd here at Old Yankee Stadium for this best-of-7 series, Game 2 of the World Series about to get underway. And stepping up at the batter's box is Rod Carew. So far, 3 for 5 in this World Series. In the postseason, 320 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. As the Rally Towels are out in force here at Old Yankee Stadium, the home of the New York White Sox since 2010, thanks to MLB The Show. First pitch of the ball game from Nolan underway. A ground ball up the middle to the shortstop. Larkin takes care of it and makes the play at first to Mattingly. 1 pitch and 1 down. Good start and a good play by Berry there to get the speedy Rod Carew. And now here's Robin Yount. 2 for 5 last night with a home run, hitting at .289 so far this postseason, with 3 home runs and 5 runs batted in. This crowd at the stadium alive and well, rooting for their home team in this vaunted vintage rivalry. It is a cold October night, 39 degrees, clear skies, wind blowing from left to right. So the coats and winter hats are out in force here tonight. A very blistery and cold night for baseball. There's a strike, and the count is 1-1. Robin Yount, obviously part of the Sox team a few years ago. The 1-1 fouled away 1-2, and Nolan ahead of a batter. The stretch by Nolan here. 1-2. He struck him out. Good start for Nolan here tonight. First strikeout of the ball game. Second out recorded here in the first, and there are 2 down. It's Baseball Night in America on WON Sports, Game 2 of the World Series between the Expos and the Sox, with the Sox leading the series 1-0. Here's George Brett. Big night for him for the former Sox, 3 for 5. Stepping in to face his former club again. Two-out delivery. Ground ball right to Wade Boggs. Nice grab, the throw in plenty of time. Side retired. 1-2-3 go the Expos. A half inning complete with the Sox coming to bat. No score. Start at the bottom of the first inning. Sox coming up bat. Here's their lineup 1 through 9. You got Henderson, Alomar, Mattingly, Jackson, Griffey Jr., Thomas, Larkin, Boggs, and Piazza. On the mound for the Expos tonight is Max Scherzer. What a season he's had for the Expos. This is his third postseason start. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 4.38 and 16 strikeouts under his belt. As we take a look at the Expos defensive alignment, presented and brought to you by Majestic Athletics. In the outfield, you have Dawson, you have Taylor, you also have Stevenson. In the infield, you have Yout, Carew, Stargell, and Brett. And catching the balls and strikes for the Expos, the kid himself, Gary Carter. So we move to the Sox bottom of the first inning in a scoreless situation. And Henderson last night, 2 for 6, steps in to lead off here in the bottom of the first inning of play. First pitch by Max is rocketing in the air to deep right center field. Taylor going back on the warning track, looking up, it's gone. So long, farewell, Ricky Henderson. A solo home run. And it's 1-0 Sox just like that to lead off the first inning. What a way to begin this one. His second postseason home run. And that, folks, that ball just kept on carrying. He told you the ball, the wind is blowing from left to right. So that ball carried a long way to right center field. Just got over the fence. Taylor watched it sail. And just like that, the Sox have a 1-0 lead. And if you're an Expo fan, you're probably saying to yourself, uh-oh, here we go again. Here's Roberto Alomar hitting at 4.46. In the postseason, his average is at 500. With 9 home runs and 22 runs batted in, he has had a sensational October. Looking to carry that again. Rocking it down the right field line, but right there is Andre Dawson for out number 1. Ball was ripped like a bullet. And now bring up Don Mattingly. Mattingly 5 for 6 last night in game 1. Overall in the postseason, 467 average with 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. 1-0 Sox on the Henderson leadoff home run. 1 out under Scherzer's belt. Ground ball, base hit into right field. And Mattingly's on with a 1-out single. He's got the sweetest swing in baseball. One of many with just a classic old Yankee Stadium swing. As Reggie Jackson will now march on to home plate. Mr. October standing in with 1 out and 1 out. 1 out and 1 on. There's a drive down the left field line, hooking toward the corner, and that's foul. They'll review it again in almost an instant replay of last night with the bases loaded. And Reggie missed the grand slam by a few feet. This almost seems like an instant replay. We'll take a look at it again. No question, that was a foul ball. But the Empire crew wanted to make sure, so we'll get a look at it with them as well. This one was more closer than last night. And no question it'll be a foul ball. And it is, so a long strike for Reggie Jackson. 1 out, 1 on, a run is in. You're in the bottom of the first. Scherzer set at the belt. Getting the sign from Carter, he's ready. The 0-1 to Jackson, ground ball, double play. There's 1 and 2, side retired. But not before Ricky Henderson hits a home run to lead off this inning. And at the end of 1 of Game 2 of the World Series is the Sox 1 and the Expos nothing. To the second inning, and Willie Stargell had himself quite a night last night, 3 for 5. Steps in and he had 318 so far in the postseason with 3 home runs and 7 runs batted in. Sox have a 1-0 lead thanks to Ricky Henderson's leadoff home run. Nolan back to work, nursing a 1-run lead. First pitch is fouled away on that sinker, 0-1. Series will shift over to Metropolis, New York. Nationals Park, home of the Expos. 2 days from now. It'll be here on Channel 9. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The umpires for tonight: Summergill at first, Ferguson at second, McDonald at third. I believe Dixon is calling the balls and strikes tonight for the ball game. 0-2. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Very, very strange to see Stargell not in a Sox uniform. This is his second year in an Expo uniform. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Second K of the day for Ryan. And there's one down to begin the second inning. You saw his former teammate, Willie, giving him the head shake. So, all right, you got me fair and square. Nasty pitch by Nolan. So, there's one down to begin the inning. And now bring up Vladimir Guerrero. 1 for 5 yesterday. Hit a bomb to center field. It wasn't a massive bomb, but that ball was just kept carrying, and Griffey thought he was going to get it. A wall-scraping home run. 1-0 Sox lead here in Game 2. We're in the top of the second inning. Ryan with 1 out under his belt. The pitch. Swung on a miss, and Guerrero way out in front.
0-1.
Two great pitchers, Scherzer and Nolan. Ryan facing off here tonight. Right now, at the moment, Nolan with the edge. A 1-0 lead under his belt. The 0-1. Fouled away, we'll do it again. 0-2 now on Vladimir. Going with that four-seam fastball again, apparently. The 0-2 on the way. Swung on and belted to dead center field. And Griffey will watch it fly. So long, farewell. Guerrero has tied it. Second home run of the series. And second straight night he tattoos one. It's a 1-1 tie in Game 2 of the World Series. One fastball too many delivered by Nolan Ryan, and Guerrero blasts one to dead center. That was no cheap home run. He hit that ball on the nose and took it downtown to dead center field. And it's a 1-1 tie, and now here is Andre Dawson. And a long drive to left field. Henderson and Griffey going back to the track, to the wall, and Ken makes the catch for a long second out.
The catcher, number 8.
And Dawson knows he may have missed it by a foot or two. Here's Carter. Carter had a tough night last night. 0 for 5. He pops this one. It'll now be a grand total of 0 for 6. Reggie makes the catch, shot retired, but not before. Vladimir Guerrero, for the second night in a row, hits a solo bomb to dead center. In the middle of second, it's a 1-1 tie. Here's Ken Griffey Jr., who hit 2 home runs last night, 2 for 6. Grand total in the postseason. 318 average, 5 home runs, and 9 runs batted in. Stands in a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the second of Game 2 of the World Series. Scherzer back to work, trying to keep it tied. Line drive over the head of the second baseman into right field for a base hit. And Griffey is on with a leadoff single, a blistering line drive. And I'll bring up the big hurt, Frank Thomas. That ball was hit right on the button. Good compact swing. So here's Thomas. We'll tell you his stats in a moment if we have a chance. Bottom of the second, man's at first. The infield is in a 1-1 tie with nobody out. Scherzer set. And the pitch on the way. That could be a double play as it bounces right to the third base and only get one play. In fact, they get none. Holy cow. And now you got to hope and wonder if Scherzer is hurt. That ball took a hit off his body, was deflected, and unfortunately for the Expos defense, couldn't do anything with it. Give credit to Frank Thomas for hustling down the line. So that'll bring up Barry Larkin 1 for 5. He hit the ball on the button multiple times, but to the wrong man with the wrong uniform, who made the play. First to second, 2 outs. Hot shot, double play ball. Second inning in a row. The Sox hit into a double play. A runner does move to third. Oh boy. And now bring up Wade Boggs with a chance to put his Sox on top with a man 90 feet away. With a big double play turn by the infield of the Metropolis Expos for the second inning in a row. So here's Boggs with an RBI chance. 2 outs, a man 90 feet away. Scherzer set at the belt here. First pitch swinging line to center field. Taylor is there, and the Expos get out of it again. At the end of 2, a game 2 of the World Series, we're tied at 1. Michael Taylor, the batter here, to lead off here in the third inning. He's 1 for 4 in the World Series. That was his grand total last night. Stands in with a 1-1 tie on the top of the third. Good game so far in the early going. He swings and misses 0-1. 1-1 underway. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way. Way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They just joined us. 2 home runs into this game. 1 by Ricky Henderson to lead off the bottom of the first. And in the second inning, Vladimir Guerrero with a dead center field shot. As Taylor hits a hot shot right back up the middle for a base hit into center field. So Taylor is on to begin the third inning.
The left fielder, Andrew.
Now bring up Andrew Stevenson. Left-handed batter. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Stevenson last night, well, really nothing going on in the postseason. He's average at 250, and he's had some potential, but just really has not shown it. He's lucky to have a roster spot due to injuries, as now he's behind 0-2, but he needs to improve if he wants a future with the Expos. No question about it. He's in the hole 0-2 with a man at first and nobody out. The pitch by Nolan, ground ball to Mattingly. Let's see if they'll turn 2. The answer is no. They get the out at second. A little bit of hesitation by Mattingly, though. They do get the speedster at second base for the fielder's choice. That's the first out of the inning, but they do not get the out at first, as Andrew hustled down the line. So they'll take the fielder's choice and out recorded. A man's at first for Rod Carew. Down the left field line. Hooking fair, hooking foul. Who's going to get it? It's Henderson, who makes the catch near the foul ground wall. 2 down here in the third. Good play by Ricky Henderson there. Currently the man of the hour with that home run back in the first. Here's Robin Yount. He struck out his last time up. Grounds at foul, strike 1. Man's at first, 2 down, 1-1 tie between the Expos and the White Sox. The 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2 now on Yount. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. The 0-2 on the way. Fly ball deep down the right field line. This could be problems for Reggie. On the warning track, leaps is off the top of the wall and into the stand for a home run. Robin Yount for the second night in a row goes deep, but this one is a big one, a 2-run homer to put the Expos on top 3-1. That ball was inches away from bouncing back into the field, but instead it bounced into the stands on top of the wall. That's a 2-run homer, and the Expos have a 2-run lead. How about that? Now here's George Brett, who follows by taking the strike. I mean, there was nothing for Reggie to do. We told you that the wind is blowing from left to right, so that ball just kept on carrying the right field. Deep drive to right field, way back, solo farewell, back to back. George Brett burns his former team once again with an upper deck blast. And the Expos now have a 4-1 lead in Game 2 of the World Series. And all is silent at Old Yankee Stadium. Wow. Nolan knew it the moment it left the bat. And the Expos, for the second night in a row, flexing their muscles once again. Here's Willie Stargell, takes the strike right down the pipe. Stargell struck out his last time up back in the second inning. Expos up 4-1 with 2 outs and nobody on. The 0-1. Popped him up first base side, foul ground. Mattingly is there. The wind played tricks on that ball, but Mattingly makes the catch, side retire, but not before 3 big runs. A 2-run home run by Robin Yount and a solo shot by Brett. Both former Sox help the Expos lead the Sox 4-1. Mike Piazza will lead off, had the day off last night, and will step into bat here tonight. In the postseason so far, .214 average, 1 home run and 1 run batted in. 4-1, Expos lead here in Game 2 of the World Series. We're in the bottom of the first. The Sox lead the series 1-0. And Piazza hits one into the gap in right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Could be extra bases for Mike. It will be a leadoff double to begin the 3rd inning. How about that? A good start for the Sox there. So, now bring up the top of the order Rickey Henderson, who began the 1st inning with a home run to right center. Long drive in a deep left center field. Back is Taylor looking up at the wall. It's gone! Another home run for Rickey Henderson in a second straight at bat. 2-run homer now makes it a 1-run lead for the Expos, 4-3. Rickey Henderson continuing to shine when the Sox need him. That ball was tattooed, no help needed by the wind. And just like that, the potential tying run is coming to the plate. Roberto Alomar, who tied the game last night with a big 2-run home run, and now he lifts one into the gap in left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. It's going to be extra bases for Alomar. He's got himself a double, and just like that, the tying run is at second base. And now bring up Don Mattingly. One little base hit can change this game and make it even between the Expos and Sox again. Max Scherzer came into this inning up by 3 runs and now finds the lead down to 1. And here's Mattingly, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Tying run at second base. Reggie Jackson is on deck. The pitch on the way. Line down the right field line. And it's going to be caught by Dawson. Nice play by Andre. Keeps the runner at second base. Big out to get. And now bring up Reggie Jackson. Tying run at second. The go-ahead run at the plate. 1 out. The pitch on the way. In the air, left center field. Taylor going back, still going back. Makes the catch. Tagging is the runner. Alomar scoots into third. He's there for the sacrifice. So now the tying run 90 feet away. Good running catch by Taylor, though. And that's now up to the kid, who singled back in the second inning. A chance to tie it up. Give it a chance to put the Sox on top. 4-3 Expos lead here in the third. 2 outs, 1 on for the Sox. The pitch on the way. High fly ball. Well hit in the right center field. That ball is off the top of the wall and into the stand for a home run. Ken Griffey Jr. does it again. And the Sox regain the lead 5-4. That is the second home run we have seen, where the ball hits off the top of the wall, bounces into the stands and bounces back onto the field. And the Sox now have a 5-4 lead just like that. Unbelievable. Here's Frank Thomas, who hits it on the ground to third, and that is out number 3. But the Sox tee off and answer the Expos call. They score 4 runs. And at the end of 3, the Sox regain the lead 5-4. Vladimir Guerrero, who homered his last time up back in the second, leads off here in the top of the 4th. 5-4 Sox lead. Nolan against Guerrero. Fouled away, strike 1. Well, you were hoping there would be a pitching duel. It's been anything but. Been a bat-to-bat battle at the moment between these Expos and the Sox. Guerrero now behind 0-2. Oh-2 underway. In the air, right center field. Coming on is Reggie. Still coming on. And makes the running catch for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 10, Andre Dawson.
Now bring up Andre Dawson. Dawson flew out his last time up back in the second. He's 0 for 1 tonight. 1 out, nobody on. 5-4 Sox lead. There's a strike down the pipe. The dismay of Andre, but it was in the strike zone no matter what. 0-1. Long drive into left field, and Henderson will watch it fly. So long, farewell, this game is tied. Andre Dawson continues his superb October offensive performance and has tied the game at 5. My, oh my. Henderson didn't even bother to run. He knew it was gone the moment it left the bat. Another home run hit by the Expo. That ball was clearly fair. You saw Dawson pleading for it to stay fair. It was fair by a lot. And now bring up Gary Carter. In a 5-5 tie, fouls it away, strike 1. There's 1 out here in the 4th inning. And I think it's safe to say Max and Nolan do not have it here tonight. Probably going to end up becoming a bullpen game, let alone an offensive game. What a game so far. 5-5 tie. There's a fly ball into left field. Can't accord for Henderson, although the wind is blowing it to deep left. And that ball ends up on the warning track as Henderson makes the catch foul number 2. That ball just kept on carrying and carrying.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Now bring up Michael Taylor. Singled his last time up back in the 3rd inning. Steps in a 5-5 tie with 2 outs here in the 4th of Game 2 of the World Series. Takes the strike right down the pipe. 0-1. The 0-1. Ground ball, base hit down the left field line. This could be extra bases. Taylor's got the speed, but Henderson's got the arm. He will stay at first, Taylor will. So a 2-out hit.
Left fielder, Andrew.
And now bring up Andrew Stevenson, who's 0 for 1. Swings and misses 0-1. We're tied at 5 thanks to Andre Dawson's home run, a solo shot to deep left field. Expos have the go-ahead run now at first base with 2 outs, and Andrew Stevenson at the plate looking at an 0-1 pitch. And takes a strike, 0-2. And a ground ball there. What a play by Mattingly. He makes the throw deep in the left field. He should have tagged first. He didn't. And runners will advance to second and third. Holy cow. Tom Mattingly with an epic brain cramp. He made the play at first, missed the bag at first, and for some reason throws it to second. Instead throws it to left field. And instead of being the third out of the inning, it's second and third, 2 outs for Rod Carew with a chance to cash in on that huge error. Takes a strike, 0-1. Boy, oh boy. The 0-1. Fouled away 0-2, and Nolan a strike away from getting out of a possible nightmare scenario. And a rod 0-2. The pitch on the way. He struck him out. But the Expos do answer the southpaw. Dawson with a game-tying bomb to left. Mill to fourth. We're tied at 5. Barry Larkin will be the batter. Grounded out into a double play his last time up as the Rowley Towels are out in force for the Sox. In a 5-5 tie. Scherzer back to work. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Line drive, base hit in the left field. And Larkin leads off the inning with a base hit. As the hit parade continues for both clubs. So, now bring up Wade Boggs. Man at first, nobody out, 5-5 tie. First pitch swinging, lost one to left center field, but Carter makes the catch. Or make it Taylor who makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's Mike Piazza. Piazza with a long double his last time up and came in to score thanks to Henderson's home run. Speaking of Henderson, he is on deck. Power against power right now with the infield and the outfield is deep, very deep. 1-out pitch by Max is lifted into the gap in left center field. Coming on is Taylor, who lets it drop in front of him. An unusual situation by Taylor. It's a base hit, and that brings out the red-hot Ricky Henderson. And how long will Max Scherzer stay in this ball game? Well, it's a 5-5 tie, but I tell you what, if he can't get Henderson out, he could be out this game, and it could be a bullpen situation for the Expos for the second night in a row. One-out pitch to Henderson. Line to left field. Will it fall in? It will. And the bases will be loaded for Roberto Alomar. With 1 out and the bases loaded.
Now batting, the second baseman.
And now you got to wonder, will Max pitch to Roberto Alomar? We shall see. He will. Matt Grace is in the bullpen for the Expos. High fly ball deep to right field. Back is Dawson at the wall. Is gone. Grand slam Alomar. It's 9-5 Sox. As Roberto Alomar continues to put the beating on the baseball. That ball just, you knew it was going to go because of that win, and into the bleacher creases it goes. The Sox have a 4-run lead. Scherzer's out the game. Matt Grace will come in now. and try to keep this a 4-run deficit for the Expos, but boy, that is a punch to the gut for Matt Scherzer and the Expos. Still plenty of baseball to go, though. Here's Don Mattingly.
The first baseman, number 23.
One out, nobody on. 4 runs in. Another line drive to right field and deep. And it's gone! Their ball just got over the fence by an inch or two. Dawson, with 100% effort to get to that ball, missed it by an inch. Back to back go the Sox. They now have a 10-5 lead. And this game is quickly starting to slip away for the Expos. And now here's Reggie Jackson. It's 10-5. Sox lead the Expos in Game 2 of the World Series. Jackson right to the first baseman Stargell, and that is finally the second out of the inning.
The batter, the center fielder, Ken Griffey.
Now bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Well, Matt Scherzer on the hook for the loss now. Wow. Remarkable situation. Well, here's Ken Griffey Jr. against Grace. Ground ball. Out recorded. Side retired. But a huge inning for the White Sox, capped off by Roberto Alomar's grand slam. End of 4. Sox lead 10-5. Now the batter. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 1. What a game so far, but right now, the biggest hit and blow in this game is Roberto Alomar's grand slam home run. So the Expos find themselves down by 5 runs. And there's a high fly ball well into right center field. Griffey on his horse, watching it sail. So long, farewell. Robin Yount with his second home run of the night. And the Expos get 1 run back. They're now down by 4. It's 10-6. So it's going to be like this tonight, eh, folks? Here we go again. And Yount, that's his second and his 3rd home run in this World Series. How about that, huh?
The third baseman, number 5.
Here's George Brett, who homered earlier today. An upper deck blast, his last time up, back in the 3rd inning. 10-6, Sox lead here in Game 2 of the World Series. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And Brett hammers one to second. Alomar is there. Out number 1 recorded. Supergirl 9, Beware a Psycho is coming to W.O.N YouTube this December. You can see the teasers and the trailers right here on W.O.N 9 as Casey Ann returns as the Girl of Steel. This is just the beginning leading up to the biggest crossover event in series history that'll happen in 2020. But first things first, and that's Supergirl 9 coming December 20th to WON to You YouTube, our sister channel, and previews of teasers and trailer coming this month to WON YouTube. Channel 9, by the way. Good catch by Boggs at foul ground for out number 2 as Stargell is out. So after the home run, Nolan Ryan collecting 2 outs right after that. Here's Vladimir Guerrero. There's a strike. 4-run lead now for the Sox after Robin Yount's home run to right center. Ground ball to short. Larkin, long throw, got him side retired. But not before. Robin Yount It's his second home run of the night, this time to right center. We're halfway through in Game 2 of the World Series. Sox 10, Expos 6. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Let's see if Super Wimp can get out of this mess she's about to step in. Okay, I know I'm not moving. I know what I saw. I saw it in the Super Wimp. When will she ever learn? I am unbeatable. I am unstoppable. She can't kill me. The only person that's going to go down is her. 6 feet under. Superwoman! Come here! Just come talk to me! Come and get me, Superwoman. There is only one Supergirl on the planet, and that person is me. The world will kneel at my feet while you are a rotting corpse. You're going to pay for your failed attempt to kill me. For what you did to Mark as well. Well, so long, super bitch. It's a pleasure to kill you. It's been quite a week for me. Home, a new job, a new city. What else could a girl ask for? What was that woman's problem? Why was she following me like that? She gave me quite a scare.
I'm Detective Mara from the Chicago Police Department. I'm actually here concerning the death of Mark Luther. I've been traveling the country the last few weeks and looking to find people who seem to know some information about that.
Oh, what does that have to do with me?
It has a lot to do with you because you know him.
I don't know what you mean. I didn't know any Mark Luther.
That's BS, lady. Or should I call you Superwoman?
How dare you? I never worked with any Luther and I'm not Superwoman.
Sure you are. Remember the good times where you worked with him to destroy the whole town of Scarborough and all those innocent people?
Get the hell out of my house!
Oh, did I strike a nerve?
Get the hell out, Detective Mara! She's not a police detective. She's Mark Luther's daughter.
Indeed. I am Mark Luther's daughter. There was no reason for you to let Supergirl kill my father.
Let's be honest. Your dad was an evil man. He enjoyed killing people for fun, and I just can't approve of that kind of human being. We're lucky that the government found me in the condition that I was in after your father's death. The entire evil residue that he injected me with is completely gone, but the powers are still here, and I'm going to use them for good.
It means that you probably found out that I wasted your time and tricked you. You're probably angry as hell. And you know what? I frankly don't care. I have some unfinished business to settle with you. So if you have the guts to do it, meet me at 125 West 9th Street. It's a small place with a pool house attached. So come and show yourself, if you dare, super bitch. Sincerely, Karen Luther, aka your worst nightmare.
I've had enough of this creature. This woman is getting on my last nerves. Well, she asked for it, and she's gonna get it. Not today. No, I have to bring Karen Luther to justice. And that means no cooling off breaks, not for a crime fighter.
Oh, but Superman, I insist you cool off. This is only the beginning, Superwoman. When you snap out of it and come to the surface, you're going to be in for the fight of your useless life.
We march on to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Big Hurt stands in.
Designated hitter.
Singled his last time up way back in the 2nd inning. Yours truly, Jonathan Rios. Glad you joined us here on W.O.N Sports. W.O.N 9 YouTube for Game 2 of the World Series. It's Sox leading 10-6. And leading in the series overall, 1-0. Fly ball to left center field and deep. And that's going to be extra base hits for the Big Hurt. Good piece of hitting again by the Big Hurt. He does it all the time, it seems. Brings up Barry Larkin. And to second base, nobody out. 4-run lead for the Sox. Rip to left field. Will it fall in? Oh, it bounces off the outfielder, and Thomas will try to score. He will score. It's 11-6. Stevenson dove for that ball, and it kicked away from him when he missed it. And Thomas had the smarts to run all the way home. It's 11-6 Sox. Wow. Here's Wade Boggs, 0 for 2 here tonight. Lined out back in the 4th inning. Runner at second base. Larkin reached second as soon as that ball got away. Ground ball to second. Larkin moves to third as Boggs is out at first. So once again, the Sox has a player 90 feet away from scoring. Here's Mike Piazza. Man's at third, 1 out, a run is in. Ripped to deep left field. Stevenson on his horse. Makes the catch. Henderson did not tag. Now he does. And he has problems and stays at third. A base running mistake by Henderson. Lucky he was not caught at third, because he didn't realize how strong Stevenson's arm was. Let's take a look at it again. As Ricky Henderson will come in now to bat. Look at the throw if we can't see it. That's a good throw by Andrew. And it fooled Ricky Henderson. Making that Henderson. It fooled Barry Larkin. Ricky Henderson is at the plate. Rip but foul. Strike one. Henderson tonight, 2 home runs, a single, and 3 runs batted in. Base hit up the middle, a run will score. It's 12-6. RBI hit for Henderson once again. And it's now a 6-run lead for the Sox here in the 5th inning of Game 2 of the World Series. Good piece of hitting again by Ricky Henderson. And it brings up the hero of the hour, Roberto Alomar, with a big grand slam, which right now looms large. Foul away, strike one. Deep drive to left of his fair. Nope, foul. Close but no cigar. Long drive in left field. Goodbye, baseball. Alomar strikes again off the facing of the upper deck. A 2-run homer. A 6 RBI night for Roberto Alomar, and the Sox extend their lead to 14-6. He absolutely tattooed that one. Wow. No doubt about that one, folks. Off the facing of the upper deck, it looks like it hit the play ball sign. Tremendous home run by Alomar, and now here's Mattingly. He tattoos one, and that's gone. No question about it. So long, farewell, back to back. And this game's starting to slip away big time by the Expos. You look at the dugout. They were in this game all the way up to the 4th inning, and now they find themselves in a whole heap of trouble. As the Sox offense, just like last night in the later innings, are starting to come alive and chip away. This one you knew was gone the moment it left the bat. Deep in the lower seats and right. And here is Reggie Jackson. Expos just need one out to get out of this inning. Nice grab by Stargell, and the Expos do get that out. But not before the Sox get a couple of more runs. End of 5, 15-6. Sox lead in Game 2. Andre Doss will be the batter. Hit a home run to tie the game earlier in the ball game, way back in the 4th inning. He fouls it back, strike one, as Nolan Ryan now nursing a 9-run lead. He went too far, strike two. Oh, 2 on the way. We'll do it again. Another foul ball, we'll do it again. Another foul ball, we'll do it again. Strike 3. Nolan wins the battle. One down here in the 6th. And I'll bring up the struggling Gary Carter, who's now a grand total of 0 for 7 in this series. Base hit to the right for Carter. He finally has a hit.
The center fielder, number 3.
Coming up, Michael Taylor. Taylor 2 for 2 with 2 singles here tonight. So Carter hoping that base hit will be the spark plug of the offense for the Expos, trying to come back from a 9-run deficit. There's still plenty of ball game to go. We know what the Expos offense is capable of, but it will not be easy. And Taylor hits it a ton to left field. Henderson and Griffey will watch it sail out of here. Michael Taylor with a 2-run homer. And it's a 15-8 Sox lead. So hold on to your horses. Metropolis fighting back again. Wow. Here you go, once again. That ball was smoked to left field. And now here's Andrew Stevenson.
Now batting, the left fielder.
A chopper to third, and Boggs held on to it too long. It's going to cost him. It'll be a base hit, but I have no idea. Well, maybe we should give Wade the benefit of the doubt because I don't know. I mean, Andrew really hustled, so here you go either way. And now here is Rod Carew. There's no action in the Sox bullpen, by the way. That could change if Carew gets on. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out his last time up. 1 out. The infield is in. The outfield is normal for the Sox. And a drive to left field. Henderson is there. Makes the catch for out number 2. That's a huge out.
Up next for the Nationals, the shortstop.
And I'll bring up the shortstop, Robin Yount, who has 2 home runs tonight. One guy you don't want to fool around with. Here's a foul ball, strike 1. Oh, 1. Into right field. Jackson makes the catch. Side retired. But the Expos get 2 runs back. In the middle of the 6th, it's 15-8. Sox lead.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Ken Griffey Jr. leads off the bottom of the 6th. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. And 2 runs batted in. 15-8. Sox lead. And the first pitch on the way. Line drive deep down the right field line to the corner. And foul, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Fouled away, we'll do it again, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. High fly ball deep to right field. Dawson will make the catch. Red hits the wall in the process. What a catch by Andre Dawson. 1 down. That ball was smoked. And what a catch by Andre Dawson. A superb catch, no doubt about it. So, 1 down, nobody on base. And the pitch on the way to the big hurt, swing and a miss, strike 1. Ooh, way out in front on that ball, that pitch, and now it's 0-2 on Frank Thomas. Line foul, we'll do it again. Oh, 2 to short. 2 down. So, we go nearly to the bottom of the order for the Sox. Thomas talking to his first base coach there, and got a new pitcher, Coda Glover, to come in to pitch for Metropolis. Trying to keep this the same score, so hopefully the Expos offense could come alive. They answered last inning with a 2 runs, and hoping the next few innings they're able to chip away. And locking ahead of that one's 0-1. They say baseball is not an easy game. And they are absolutely right. Into left field, that's going to be a base hit for Berry. A single for Berry. Now bring up Wade Boggs.
Now batting.
Good piece of hitting. Solid hit by Larkin there. So here's Wade. Wade has had some solid hits, but they've gone into the defense of the Expos. And that's going to be another one of those where he hits it hard, but a defender makes the catch. One hit, no run score, man stranded, end of 6.
Leading up for the Nationals, the third baseman, number 5, George Brett.
We have action in the Sox bullpen. And that's going to be a base hit for George Brett. He's on against his former team again. Sutter and O'Day are warming in the bullpen for the Sox as we speak.
The first baseman, Willie.
And here's Willie Stargell, a former Sox. So Brett leads off with a base hit. Here's Stargell, who hits another base hit up the middle. 2 consecutive hits by the Expos, and just like that, they're threatening first and second, and nobody out.
Up next for the Nationals, the designated hitter, Vladimir.
And I'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero. So one big swing could change the narrative of this game by an eyelash. And there it is! A deep drive to left field, and Henderson will watch it sail into the bullpen. So long, farewell. It's a 4-run game. Vladimir Guerrero with a huge 3-run homer. And it's 15-11 Sox in the 7th inning of Game 2 of the World Series. And still nobody out. Holy cow. Wow. And this stadium is in worry mode right now. Here's Andre Dawson. Fouls it away, strike 1. How much longer will Nolan Ryan stay in this game? Dawson has tattooed him once. That was back in the 4th inning. It is a 15-11 ball game. Nobody out here in the 7th. And the 0-1. Strike taken, 0-2. Still going for that high fastball. And a long drive into left center field. Back is Griffey Jr. watching it fly. So long, farewell. It's a 3-run game. Andre Dawson with his 2nd home run of the night. And it's 15-12. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here it is again, another no-doubter for Andre Dawson into the Sox bullpen. Here's Gary Carter. Popped them up behind the plate. Just when Nolan needed, Piazza makes the catch for the first out of the 7th. Whoa! 4 big runs for the Expos, and now they're within 3. And here's Michael Taylor with a home run, a 2-run shot. His last time up, he's a perfect 3 for 3. O'Day and Sutter now working fast in the bullpen. Off of Nolan. Piazza won't get Taylor. He's safe. Wow. And you gotta wonder, is Nolan hurt after that one?
Andrew Stevenson.
He is talking to Piazza, saying he's okay. He's limping. You don't know if he's okay. Telling the health staff to stay in the dugout. Here is Andrew Stevenson. We'll keep an eye on that leg to see if it'll affect how he pitches. 1 out, 1 on. 4 runs in for the Expos. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Stevenson. Line drive to right field. And Jackson misplayed the ball in right field. Runners will advance to second and third. And the tying run will come to the plate. A huge E9 for Reggie Jackson. And now it's up to Rod Carew. Oh my Lord. Now here's Carew. Takes a strike, 0-1. Tough night for Carew, 0 for 4. He's the potential tying run at the plate at the moment. The 0-1. Ground ball to Mattingly. He bobbles it, picks it up, flips. Not in time. A run scores. Wow. Well, Robin Yount, his last time up, hit a home run to right center to keep the game close. Well, right now the game is more closer than ever, and he is the go-ahead run at the plate with the tying runs on base. O'Day and Sutter look like they're ready. This will be Nolan's final batter, you would think. And a high fly ball. Well hit to right. Reggie going back, leaps and scored. The Expos have come back from the dead to take a 16-15 lead. Robin Yount with a dramatic 3-run homer. And the Expos lead by 1 run. Can you believe it? And that is going to do it for Nolan Ryan. Unbelievable. Bruce Sutter will come into the bullpen to try to stop the Expos onslaught here. This place is in a state of shock right now. I've done sock baseball for a long time. This is a neutral broadcast, but I'll tell you, this is a big collapse by the Sox. George Brett is at the plate and fouls it back, strike 1. This place is a little numb right now. Oh my goodness. Shocking turn of events here in the 7th inning as Brett fouls it away. What? What's that? What is that? What is that? I don't even have. It'll be an 0-2. The pitch to Mattingly. 2 down. Well, what more can you say about this ball game? What more can you say about this inning? Really not much you can say on all fronts. An epic collapse by the Sox in the 7th. And now here is Willie Stargell. There's still plenty of ball game to go. Well, man, oh man, who would ever thought we would get to this point? Fouled away, strike 1. A huge inning for the Metropolis Expos. Capped off by Robin Yount's home run. There's a fly ball to left field. Henderson makes the catch, side retired. But not before the Expos come back from the dead and have a 1-run lead heading into the 7th. Time to stretch.
Now pitching for Washington, number 51.
Wander Sereno will come in. Mike Piazza will be the batter. 2 for 3 with a double and a single. You know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of Game 5 of the World Series between the... did I have my games right? Yeah, Game 5 of the 2017 World Series between the Expos and the Dodgers, where it went back and forth. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. Is this rank up there? Well, we're in the 7th. We shall see. Here's Piazza. High fly ball to center. Taylor is there. 1 pitch and 1 down.
Now batting.
16 to 15 Expos if you just joined us. Yep, the Expos have taken the lead in what is turning out to be an offensive classic Game 2 World Series game. Here's Ricky Henderson, who's 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 singles. Sox down by 1. And it's bullpen time for both clubs, especially for the Expos at the moment. Rip, foul, strike 1. It'll be an 0-1 to Henderson. And the pitch on the way. Line drive to left field, but right there is Stevenson. 2 down here in the 7th.
Second baseman, Roberto.
I'll bring up Roberto Alomar with a big grand slam and a big 2-run home run, but now he has an opportunity. He knows a thing or two about tying games. Here he is with his team down by 1 and 2 outs here in the 7th. First pitch. Out the middle, hot shot, base hit. And I'll bring up Mattingly.
The first baseman, number 23.
Don Mattingly with a home run earlier today and a couple of hits here and there as well. Tying at the first base, go ahead run at the plate, and that's not going to do it. That's going to be a force-sided second. Side retired, a hit it, and a man is stranded. At the end of 7 of Game 2 of the World Series, Expos 16, Sox 15. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Hello, Superwoman. Just relax. I'm only a weak man in your presence.
Who are you? What do you want?
I am Fane.
I do not do things for bad people like you, Fane.
You will help me.
Stupid son of a bitch. I'm never gonna get away with this. You're the one behind all of the crime in Chicago, not me. I'm not your ordinary superheroine. You can't just... You can't...
looking all over the place trying to find her. And all these people are trying to get in my way. Just like you. Who are you? From where I come from, they call me Super Sentry. But today, I'm your executioner! Oh, not so super now. You fight like a girl. You're asking for it now.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero, 2 for 4. 2 long home runs, and they were not cheapies, folks. Ground ball to third, Boggs takes care of it. 1 pitch, 1 down here in the 8th inning.
Now batting, the right fielder.
16 to 15, Expos lead. 16 runs, 17 hits, no errors for the Expos. 15 runs, 20 hits, and 3 errors. 3 huge errors for the Expos. The biggest, the Sox. The biggest one was Reggie missing that ball in right field. Here is Andre Dawson against Bruce Sutter. Ground ball to first. Manley takes care of it. 2 down. So Sutter's come in and doing the job. Trying to keep this a 1-run ball game with the Expos on top. Here's Gary Carter. High fly ball to right field. Hold your breath, folks. Reggie Jackson is there, makes the catch, side retire. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos. Magnificent job by Bruce Sutter. Middle of the 8th. Expos 16. Sox 15 in Game 2 of the World Series. Well, here's Sean Doolittle.
Number 62.
He's the closer, and he's getting the call to try to get the final 6 outs of this ball game and tie this series up at 1. Well, here's Reggie Jackson. A tough night for Reggie. 0 for 4.
The right fielder, Reggie Jackson.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Did I just see 2 Bruce Sutters? Do we have a Bruce Sutter for the Expos and for the Sox? Maybe they're brothers. I don't know. I don't know anymore. It'll be an 0-1 to Jackson, and the pitch on the way is apparently a strike. Yeah, there are 2 Bruce Sutters. And one of them has no beard. So it must be the son. Mr. October looking at an 0-2 count on the way to him. High fly ball deep down the left field line. Hooking. Foul. Second time tonight he's missed a home run. Wow. 0-2. The pitch on the way. High fly ball to right field. If it's there, it's gone. It is gone. Mr. October strikes and ties the game at 16. Holy cow! He's missed 2 home runs tonight and left. He didn't miss any of this one, folks. Game-tying blast here in the 8th inning. And there was no doubt about it. My, oh my, now here's Ken Griffey Jr. Boy, oh boy. What a ball game. Miller's in the bullpen now for the Expos. Here's Ken Griffey. Nobody out. And a game tied at 16 apiece. Line drive to right field. Dawson is there, though. Makes the catch for out number 1. Oh, man. If you were to get up this morning and tell me that this was going to be an all-time high-scoring classic in the Game 2 of a World Series, I would have told you you're crazy. Here's Frank Thomas. 8th inning, 16-16 tie. Line drive to deep left field. Back is Stevenson. He makes the catch. We're out number 1 here in the 8th. Out number 2 in the 8th inning. So that'll bring up Barry Larkin. Larkin 3 for 4 here tonight with a double and 2 singles and an RBI. 16 tie between these two teams. High fly ball, deep left field. That ball is gone. The Sox regain the lead. So long, farewell. 17-16. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Justin Miller will now come in to try to stop the Sox bleeding. A game-time home run by Reggie Jackson. And now a go-ahead home run delivered by Barry Larkin. That is Wade Boggs. A 1-run lead for the Sox. Line drive to deep right field. Dawson on his horse at the wall. It's off the fence and into the stands for a home run. 2-run lead for the Sox. This place has gone nuts, folks. In one of the all-time classic World Series games in sports gaming history. 18-16 Sox lead in a high-scoring World Series affair at the stadium. Wow. And here's Piazza. So Miller's job is to get the final out of this inning with the hopes his offense can do something. High fly ball to center. Taylor is there. And just like that, the inning is over. And the Sox are 3 outs away from taking a 2-0 lead in this series. Well, Michael Taylor will come in to bat. Craig Kimbrell will try for the save. A 2-run lead for the Sox. Kimbrell did struggle last night. Surrender a couple of home runs here and there. His job now is to try to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Swing and a miss by Taylor, 0-1. Got the bottom of this Expo lineup due up here in the 9th. The rally towels are out. And rightfully so. This crowd has been on its feet since the first pitch of this game. Ground ball. Oh my goodness. Larkin jumped too early and missed the ball. An easy play, but an error on his part. Not going to be an error scored in the scoreboard, but an error for judging too early. So Taylor is there for a base hit. Potential double play here for the infield of the Sox is Andrew Stevenson. And if there's any player that is due for a big hit, it's him. He has struggled throughout the postseason. His average of .250 has driven in no RBIs, has driven in no home runs. He's a guy that's about due. Nobody out, the tying run at the plate. And the pitch on the way takes the strike right down the pipe. 18-16, Sox lead the Expos. We're 1 out and nobody on here in the 9th inning of Game 2 of the World Series. The 0-1. A flipper down the left field line and foul, strike 2. Oh, 2 by Craig. Strike 3. What was Andrew looking at? 1 down. here in the ninth.
Second baseman.
And now it's up to Rod Carew, who's 1 for 5. Swing and a miss, strike one. This place is loud. The 0-1. High fly ball, deep left center field. That's going to be problems. Griffey and Henderson will not be able to get it. It bounces one hub off the wall. This could possibly be an inside the park home run. Carew is coming home. This game is tied again. Out of all things, an inside the park home run ties the game on a gapper. Robin Yount, who's had his share of big hits, came up with the biggest hit of the ball game to put the Expos on top by 1. Of course, things changed, but oh my Lord, Rod Carew just hit a game-tying 2-run inside the park home run. I mean, wow. 1 out, the bases are empty. We're tied at 18 in a 9th inning. I mean, my goodness. In a way to tie the game, you don't see that. 0-2 to Yount. Another foul ball. Boy, oh boy. Oh, 2 to Yount. Strike 3. 2 down here in the 9th. And an 18-18 tie.
The third baseman, number 5.
This is undoubtedly the all-time World Series gaming classic. I mean, this game has had everything. Hollywood wouldn't even accept this script. Unbelievable. Here's the former Sox George Brett, who has homered in this game tonight. 2 for 5 with a home run, a single, and an RBI. Fly ball foul, 0-2, and now Krimble a strike away from getting out of this inning. 0-2. Strike 3! But the inning's over. And this inning changed thanks to Rod Carew's inside the park home run to tie it. Sox with a chance to win it on 1 swing heading into the bottom of the 9th. Ricky Henderson, the batter. 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and a couple of runs batted in. Miller at the mound now for the Expos. Pitch to Henderson, way out in front, strike 1. (18-18) all here in the bottom of the 9th of Game 2 of the World Series, with the Sox leading the series 1-0. The rally towels are out, the 0-1 underway. Hot shot up the middle, right to the shortstop. 1 out, recorded. Here's Roberto Alomar, who time and time again has come up with big hit after big hit after big hit. Batting on the left side here tonight. A grand slam, a 2-run home run, a double, and a single. Base is empty, 1 out here in the 9th inning of play. Hits one to dead center. Taylor is there though. 2 down here in the 9th. If you have just joined us, this is not a football game. This is a baseball game, a World Series baseball game. And the Expos and Sox are tied at 18 runs apiece. Here's Don Mattingly, 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and a couple of runs and hits delivered here and there. Strike 1. The 0-1. Shot down the left field line. That is a fair ball. It'll bounce into the stands. It'll be a ground rule double for Mattingly, which will set up Reggie Jackson with a chance to win it on a base hit. Man, oh man. Here's Reggie, who tied the game in the 8th inning with a blast into the upper deck. And here he is with a chance to cash in his chips again in walk-off fashion with a little old base hit. Man's at second base, he's a winning run. 2 outs here in the 9th. Miller against Jackson. High fly ball, well into right field. Dawson going back on the warning track wall. It's gone, gone, gone. Reggie Jackson wins it. In one of the most unbelievable, stunning, all-time classic games you'll ever see, Reggie Jackson indeed is Mr. October. Holy cow. And the Sox win it 20-18 and take a 2-0 lead in the 2019 World Series. Holy cow. You gotta give the Expos credit. They fought and fought and fought, and in the end, they ran out of gas. The series will now shift to Metropolis, New York's Nationals Park. The Expos will need to try to regroup themselves if they want to get back in this series. Look at the manager's talking to himself. He cannot believe what he has just witnessed and seen. There's Roberto Alomar, no question about it, the player of the game. 2 home runs, including a 2-run home run and a big grand slam. But man, yeah, take a snapshot. He's the top baseball welcome card player of the game. But man, what a classic ball game we have brought you. And still a few more games to go, but the Sox now find themselves 2 wins away from winning another world title. Until Wednesday, we'll see you for the Game 3 matchup between the Expos and the Sox from Nationals Park in Metropolis, New York. Final score, a walk-off home run by Reggie Jackson gives the Sox a W, 20-18. So long, everybody.